Welcome to Ask the Edmonds Cop. I'm Teresa Whipple here with Sergeant Shane Hawley, and good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good. We're going to talk about the fact that downtown Edmonds is much busier than it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm sure you guys have noticed that. More people walking around, there's more nightlife, restaurants are open later. And we had a question from a viewer who said, what are some of the things that we can do as pedestrians, as drivers, to kind of be safe now that there's a lot more activity in downtown Edmonds?
Yeah, well, we've done a lot of segments on pedestrians and dealing with pedestrians if you're a driver. So we're going to rehash some of the top safety tips as far as those go.
Great.
And then you also brought up, we've got some special events coming up, the Taste of Edmonds. Oh,
yep.
Yeah, you'll be people everywhere
yeah.
Downtown. So the most important thing for pedestrians is be visible. And, kind of with this segment, if you're going to go out for the night on the town, go down, have a nice dinner, or go out to the bar, or whatever it comes down to, black may be a slimming color. May be fashionable for the night out on the town. Everybody's got to wear black. Yeah. But that is the worst thing you can do if you're going to be a pedestrian.
Right.
So maybe throw a splash of color in there, something along those lines. And just realize if you're going to wear dark clothes, you are automatically harder for cars to see.
I hear fluorescent is in this year. There you go.
I mean, I'm not really here to speak to fashion,
okay.
But if maybe we'll do a segment on that later. Some of the numbers we talked about before, 33% of pedestrians killed happened between 8 and midnight. So a 4-hour window for a third. Be visible.
Yeah, okay.
Use the crosswalks. We're talking downtown specifically. There's crosswalks everywhere. You've only got to go a block or so to find another one.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for jaywalking, is there?
Correct. And, something we see as people get out of their car, you got a great parking spot. You're right across from where you wanted to go. It's real easy just to hop out, shoot across, the street. But people are expecting you to use the crosswalks if you're a pedestrian. So just get out, walk through. So no darting between cars. That's the other thing we see. It's hard to see you, and people aren't expecting you to just cut out between cars. Okay. The other one was make eye contact. That was one of the big takeaways, and I've been experimenting with that when I'm walking around downtown, and you get to the crosswalk, make eye contact with the driver there to make sure that they see you.
Right.
And it works.
It does. And vice versa, if you're driving, try
Correct.
to make sure you get the pedestrian to connect with you. I do that too now.
Yeah. And then as far as pedestrians goes and using the crosswalks, make sure you stop. Just because it's a crosswalk, you stop at the corner, make sure, everybody sees you, they're waiting, and then go out. We see this a lot of times where there's no stop at all. The pedestrian just walks right out in the crosswalk and a car's already coming.
Yeah.
They can't stop on a dime. It's your responsibility as the pedestrian to make sure that, the car's already coming. You got to wait for them and then cross when it's safe.
Right. And dare we talk about the fountain?
I don't know. Maybe we've done the fountain.
Favorite topic. Well, but the point is that it is a four-way stop.
Correct.
And sometimes people just think that if they're pedestrians, they can walk anytime they want. They don't pay any attention, and drivers are never quite sure what to do about it. So four-way stop.
Everybody has to. They're part of the bargain with the fountain.
Yep.
You mentioned the Taste. There's going to be a lot of people coming around. You're going to see us a lot. A few years ago, we added after Taste emphasis patrols. So we'll have 4 officers downtown, and only downtown, and they're just going to be looking for this sort of stuff.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really helped. We found it's cut down the number of incidents we've had after the Taste, because everybody leaves the Taste and then wants to go hang out at the bars downtown.
Right, closes at 10 and everybody needs
Correct.
a place to go. And
correct, and the lines are long to get in, and we found, so if you're going to be hanging out downtown afterwards, don't be surprised when you see us.
Okay, good. That's great.
All right.
Thank you.
You bet.
We will return soon with another episode of Ask the Edmonds Cop.